Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. You are not seeing double. What I've got today is the Glowing Beauty version of Charlotte Tilbury's Instant Look of Love in a palette. So a few weeks ago I did the Pretty Blushed Beauty, and because I had that gift card at Beautylish, I was so intrigued by comparing it to this. And I will say this is one of those things, honestly, if I did not have a YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't have purchased either one of these. But I've got you. You're a great excuse for all kinds of purchases. So I will be doing a comparison between these two and then a look out of the new one to me, the Glowing Beauty. So first things first, let's take a look at the three dedicated eyeshadows. And I say dedicated eyeshadows because honestly you can use just about everything in this palette on your eyes. So here are the three shades from Glowing Beauty. And I will say that the this one is this shade, and it shows up much brighter than I would expect it to from looking at the palette. Now just for comparison, these are the three shades out of the other one, whose name I am totally blanking on right now. Pretty Blushed Beauty. So Glowing Beauty, Pretty Blushed Beauty. So you can see quite a difference there. And the face bronze, the highlight, and the cheek are all quite a bit darker. So here are those out of Glowing Beauty. This is the highlight, the cheek, and the bronze, versus the other one. And you can see that is quite a bit lighter. There are, sorry, all six of them. This is sometimes very hard to do. But you know, the face powder is about the same. And I was thinking about this the other day, that the face powder is so light that I feel like this excludes a lot of dark complexions. So face powder from Glowing Beauty, face powder from Pretty Blushed. They're really similar. They're very light. They're sheer enough that maybe you could get a little bit more dark complexion, but someone with a deep complexion cannot use this face powder. All right, let's do this. Let's go in and just like I did with the Pretty Blush Beauty, I am going to take that face powder and use it all over my lid as kind of a primer, a foundation. I would say even out the color, but I have the MAC Paint Pro paint pot paint thingy in Painterly on my eyelids. That is what I'm using for primer these days. And you know, I gotta swatch these three again. They're, okay, just as a reminder. And once again, I think I ran into this with Pretty Blush Beauty. There is nothing great for a crease color that is labeled eye. However, I think that bronze is a great crease shade. And yes, it is. All right, I don't, for kind of a daytime look, I don't really want to put shimmer in my crease. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I love a good glittery crease, but what I'm going for today, that ain't it. Oh, and I just think that's so pretty. So I really, especially when you get a face palette, don't be constrained by what the labels say. Use it where you want to use it. Let's do that darker matte eye color that they have listed as smoke. And let's, yeah, oh, that's really pretty and a much deeper color than anything that's in the pretty blushed beauty. And don't worry, I'm gonna go back and blend that because while it goes on beautifully, I will say that it was my technique that is making it look like kind of a hot mess right now, not the eyeshadow. So that looks like a good thing to blend with. Oh yeah, there we go. So, so beautiful. There is kind of a red undertone to this. So it's a really warm brown and really just gorgeous. I am loving how this looks. All right, let's go in with, I gotta look back at my fingers. I'm gonna try, what am I gonna try? Okay, this is the debate that I am having between these two. One has a lot of shimmer. It looks more like a topper. And so let's go in with the Eye Brighten. That is the #1 shade. And put that all over the rest of the movable part of my lid. And I do love my finger for this. Okay, and now even just, I'm going to use my same pointer finger and just go into that middle pan. And you can see, I don't feel like it's changing the color very much. Let me get my finger out of here in a second. See, really didn't change the color very much, but gave it way more sparkle. And why not? We're having a really lousy day in Seattle. This is why I really hate the month of Seattle. I mean, the month of Seattle, good God, no, the month of May in Seattle. It is cold. I am wearing a wool sweater. It is rainy, it's 50 something, it's miserable, and I'm a Minnesota girl. That's where I grew up. We should not be running the furnace. I should not be looking for wool or cashmere sweaters. I should be in shorts enjoying sunshine. So, thus endeth my rant. Oh, I like that. All right, I was gonna say I wanted something darker for my eyelids, but no, I don't. The question is now what to do on the lower lash line. And what brush do I have down here? I am without my go-to Morphe flat brushes, so I will use my BK Beauty, what number is this? 204. It's a little smudger brush. And I am going to pick, actually, you know, the first thing I'm going to do is go in with the bronzer like I did, and go almost all the way across on my lower lash line with that, because that is such a lighter shade. So I feel like I get some color under my lower lashes without it being super heavy. And now I am going to try just the lightest touch in that darker shade. Just use it on the outside there. This is that smoke color. Tie it in with up above. Yeah, that, oh. I knew I would love it. I knew it. It's so pretty. Okay, what are we gonna do next? Let's get some powder on the face. I have my foundation on, but no powder. So wet brush, wet brush, wet brush. Here's, here we go. This is the brush I'm gonna use for powder. I feel like I can't use a big powder brush like I normally do because these pans are sort of small. So I am gonna pick up some of that and set my foundation. How's your day going? I hope all is well with you. I have been curious. I think I've asked this sort of before, but I'm gonna ask again. What do you want to see on my channel? Do you have any requests? This, the Instant Look of Love palettes were a request, and I really appreciated that because, like I said, I wouldn't have bought them, but I am really loving them. Do you like high-end makeup? You want to see me do drugstore makeup? You want something kind of middle of the road? Let's see, blush now. And I am going to use this Wayne Goss blush for the cheek because, again, it is a small pan. And, oh, yep, that is a very pretty, I feel like it's pink, more pink than what was in the Pretty Blushed Beauty palette. That, to me, had a little peach undertone. And this is strictly pink, it feels like to me. But very pretty, just a gorgeous wash of color. Nothing too much, just a nice flush. And let's use that face highlight and just get the upper part of the apple and lift the cheeks a little bit. And like I said, whatever's left, just a little bit on the upper brow. Okay, that is pretty. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna finish up and I'll be back with my final thoughts. I finished up my look, and what I thought would go perfectly on my lips is the Pat McGrath in Flesh 6. Even though it looks pretty dark in the tube, it goes on much more sheer. So, my final thoughts on the Pretty Blush Beauty and the Glowing Beauty. At $75 a pop, yeah, they're a splurge, definitely. Like I said, if I didn't have you, I probably wouldn't have purchased these, certainly would not have purchased both. Now that I do own both, I feel like if you are very, very fair, like we're talking shade 01 in any foundation, then I would definitely recommend the Pretty Blushed Beauty. Or if you just like a really light look. Having said that, this shade right here, that matte eye smoke shade, is what makes, in my opinion, makes this palette a much better palette. There isn't anything that dark in the Blush Beauty palette, so I think that makes the Glowing Beauty palette a more versatile palette. So if you're trying to decide, and then the Stoned Rose, I watched Lisa J's video on that, like I mentioned before. I just have no interest in that palette. I think that's another super light palette. So I'm not upset that Pretty Blush Beauty is super light. I like Glowing Beauty better. And if I was gonna recommend one to a friend like you, I would recommend the Glowing Blush Beauty. But you can't go wrong. The quality is fantastic. Like I said, they're great for travel. So there you go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your subscription. Have a really wonderful day.